Hello, you are watching Inspired Humboldt, where we shed light on local people who are uplifting our community through creativity, consciousness raising, and holistic healing.
This is Patrick, and I'm Casey, and we are part of a Rising Community, a local nonprofit organization, and one of the many Dreammaker projects of the Ink People. We'd like to thank the Ink People for the use of this space, and also the Mars Project for filming, editing, and all things technical.
So today our guest is Corbin Skyberg. Corbin, tell us a little bit about yourself, maybe how you came to be in Humboldt.
Okay. I kind of floated here like a lot of people, it seems like, from what I've heard. I was just traveling around in British Columbia. I went on a road trip with my dog and 2 bicycles and everything else that I really needed, which wasn't much. And I was spending a couple months up there. And then I decided to come down the coast. I came down the coast to visit a friend, and I stayed at his house for a week. I got in the ocean. And when I got in the ocean, and looking back a couple months before, my friend told me about surfing here, and he showed me like photos, and I was like, you guys are crazy. I don't think I'd ever get in the water. But after I got in the water, I was just called to it, and so I decided that I was going to learn to surf and connect with the ocean a little bit deeper. And so I ended up staying, and then I was just so in love with the community and the vibe here that I just decided to get a job and stay here a little longer. And fast forward 3 years, and I'm still here and connecting with the community a little deeper. And I was raised in the Black Hills of South Dakota, so western South Dakota, which is a lot different environment than here, like on a physical geographical level, but also on a community level. And that's kind of where I started my yogic journey in Soul Yoga Collective, which is an amazing studio there. And yeah, I've really enjoyed the space here and the community here, and just the kind of open, conscious awareness that everyone is happy to share, and just the connectedness to nature, all the amazing organic farms. And I'm really grateful to be here. It's been a wonderful 3 years, and it's just exponential growth every single day.
I feel like I see that. I've seen that with you. Can you tell us a little bit about the style of yoga that you do and how you learned it?
Yeah. The practice essentially is coming to a rooted nature in your body and living the yoga practice, the physical practice, the mental practice off the mat. So essentially what we're doing is we're coming to the mat and we're showing up every day. And it's not about feeling perfect. It's not about feeling good or bad or feeling any certain type of way. It's just about coming to the mat, expressing yourself through your practice, your physical practice, and just coming to a space of balance and alignment, and being rooted in the physical body, being rooted in the emotional body, and being rooted in your spirit body. And so I move through, in the physical, more vinyasa style, with also some kriyas, so some kundalini style practices, and often sometimes chanting, and just a lot of cleansing practices, because what I believe that in the West that we really need to work on, most all of us, especially myself, is slowing down and emptying. Because we're always trying to grab on, we're taught to just get as much as you can while you're here, because you're not going to be here long. So when we turn from filling our cup to emptying our cup, then we have so much more space for the universe to kind of just put in our path exactly what we need to remove the obstacles. And that's Swastika Yoga. Swastika is a Sanskrit term where it is completely rooted and embodied in one's self. And by self, it's the Atman, it's the higher self, which really just means the big S self. So that's not me, Corbin Skyberg, in this body, it's my actual essence or my spirit.
That's cool. So I've actually had the pleasure of tasting your cooking, and I know that you're getting involved in doing food prep. Can you tell us a little bit about what got you into nutrition and why it's important to you and the service you're offering to the community?
Yeah, nutrition it's something that we have to focus on, otherwise we literally deteriorate. And the accumulation of all the toxic things in our environment, our emotional environment as well as the environment around us and what we choose to eat, eventually just accumulates in our body. And I was really active as a child, and so I started I had some, not necessarily physical ailments, but I had some issues, some some buildup in my body. And so I actually started cooking from probably the age of 6 or 7, like quite often. My grandmother and her mother and my mother were all really great cooks. And so I started cooking. I went through like a couple of the fads at the moment, the vegan thing and the ketogenic, and I just started really looking into all these diets, and then I really dove into kind of cutting things out, which has been a big practice, is like just purifying. And so I did a lot of research on sugar, polyunsaturated fats, and just lower quality things that people don't really know about just because it's not really taught. Like, we're taught to eat, just eat all your bread that you can, eat heart healthy oils, eat corn oil, eat seed oils. It's really good for you. Don't eat butter, it's bad. Which, it's really sad that people are being misinformed with this information. And so I decided that during COVID, I know that it's been really hard for families because their kids are at home watching the screens, and the parents are trying to pay attention to them but also get to work, and so people don't really have a whole lot of time. And so I wanted to give an option to mothers and fathers, just families or single people in general, to nourish themselves and to actually learn how to nourish themselves, rather than, okay, I'm going to open up the microwave, I'm going to put this thing in, or I'm just going to open up the oven and put this in. And so I started this service, which I call Little Crow's Conscious Food Cuisine, or Conscious Cuisine. And what it is essentially is I'm taking as many local products as I can, no gluten, no sugar, no refined sugars, no seed oils, just all really good high quality food, and I'm prepping it in different variations. It could either be completely ready for you and you can heat it up, or it could be just packaged and maybe cut up, or it could just be packaged so you do everything, just depending on how much time or how much hands-on people want. And with that, it gives them the opportunity to see, okay, like these are all the ingredients right here. I see them, I'm actually touching them, I'm putting my energy into the food, and then I'm giving them a recipe so that they're sitting down and they're making the food, maybe with their children, so that they can learn and experience what it is to go from this vegetable that I pulled from this ground, or this beautiful cut of meat, and going through the cooking process, then going through the digestion process and assimilation process and elimination. So just allowing people to actually experience the full process. And eventually I'm going to work down the line into like having some workshops, maybe some gardening, and then to the kitchen scale, then to the experience. Because it's so important for us to connect with the food that we're eating, and connect with our bodies once we eat the food, so we know how it feels, how it moves through, if it's stuck anywhere. And it's just a really great way to connect people because everybody eats.
Totally. Yeah. I like that full circle from the garden to the table and back, because I feel like we've become so disconnected from the earth because we have the option of going to the store and buying whatever's there.
Mm-hmm. But we're really blessed with what we have in the stores here.
Yeah,
we have
that's true.
Amazing produce here. I'm so happy for that.
So what or who inspires you and keeps you motivated to do all this stuff that you do?
What inspires me? Just honestly, the most inspiring thing to me is just how amazing this world that we live in is, this life that we're living. Just how profound each and every experience can be if we're really, truly there and present, experiencing it. It's just such a blessing that every moment we get to take a breath, we get to meet amazing human beings, cultivate the earth, and share our joy with everyone. So really, just the fact that we're here, that I'm here right now, that inspires me. So just when I wake up, I'm quite often most excited just to see what happens and experience it. And I kind of just like to let things come as they are and appreciate them. And yeah, it brings a lot of joy and inspiration for me.
That's awesome. How can people connect with you about classes or food prep?
Or your online videos, or...
Yeah.
Right now, the best way is probably through Instagram. I haven't really... I don't like to use too much technology, to be honest. I know it's something that needs to be used to reach out, especially in this day and age. But right now, Good Vibes Ghost on Instagram, goodvibes_ghost, is a great way to contact me. I'm also teaching at the Crystalline Collective in McKinleyville, and soon to be teaching at Abbey of the Redwoods in McKinleyville. Abbey of the Redwoods has a website, I believe, abbeyoftheredwoods.com. I'm not sure about Crystalline Collective yet.
And do you know what days and times your classes are?
Yeah, on Wednesday from 6 to 7:30, I'll be teaching a heated flow. Yeah, so get spicy, get warm, move out some toxins. And for the food prep, right now I'm starting a Facebook page, so Conscious Crow Cuisine, I think. Little Crow Conscious...
Was it Little Crow?
Little Crow Conscious Cuisine.
I like
And
that. It's alliteration.
Yeah. And the reason why it's Little Crow is because my name, Corbin, in Latin means little crow.
Oh, that's cool.
And yeah, and it's so interesting. Crows are like the most abundant bird, but we kind of just ignore them, it seems like. So I kind of wanted to just shed light on something that's always there, and yeah.
That's cool.
They're
That's
magical,
clever.
too.
Yeah. Apparently they're the smartest bird.
They seem like it.
Yeah.
Using tools.
They're
to
so
like...
smart that they know they're the smartest bird.
Exactly. That's why there's so many.
Yeah.
So you're collaborating with the Abbey and the Crystalline. Is there any other people or organizations or places that you might like to collaborate with?
I think maybe this summer, I think it's the Mad River Grange in Blue Lake. I live in Blue Lake, so I might go down there to teach some classes, or maybe do like just like a social hour or like some sort of conscious food event. Because, yeah, in the future, this summer, hopefully, I like doing things in person, so I haven't been doing a whole lot of online. Just because, yeah, I just decided not to, and I'm kind of just collecting and organizing my energies and opportunities. So this summer, I'll probably hold some more food events, and also there's a possibility of opening a food truck quite soon.
Cool.
That the universe has offered me, so we'll see how that pans out. But I don't necessarily think right now there's anyone that I knowingly want to connect with. Just anyone who wants to reach out.
That's awesome. This is a fun question. If you could accomplish anything and you knew you would succeed, what would you want to accomplish?
I feel like I'm doing and have done that, and I'm continuously doing that. Really, the dream, there's many dreams. I'm definitely a dreamer. The biggest dream right now would probably be to have a property where I can essentially just cultivate vegetables, lamb, beef, heritage birds, and have just a very small restaurant or a very small service that I can serve fresh organic food, fresh organic meats, like full nose to tail, serve everything, and have some sort of little healing center as well where there can be retreats held and people can come learn how to tend animals, learn how to garden, do yoga, definitely have a sauna, cold plunge. Yeah, that's the dream, I'd say.
Sounds sweet.
Sounds very good. Well, we're so grateful that you came today. So nice to have you here. Always nice to be around you. And I'm hoping you'll teach more classes soon. And also, you've done breath work before, which has been really amazing. You've facilitated a lot of classes in the past. So hopefully more things we'll be able to meet in person and do in the future. If you want any of the links to Corbin's Facebook page or his Instagram, we'll put them in the notes below. And is there any last thing you want to say?
Thank you everyone for watching. Appreciate you all. Thank you both.
Yeah, thank you so much, Corbin.
Here,
Yeah, I love you both.
I love you too.
Cool. Thanks everyone.
Bye.
Peace.